Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I hope you all are fine. So we are starting the second semester first monthly assessment of Social Studies of class 8. The lesson name is Muslim Invasion in the Subcontinent Part 2. This is Miss Karishma. Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur. He was born on 14th February 1483 and his death was on 26 December 1530. He was conquered the Central Asia, who followed the series of setbacks and finally succeeded in laying the basis for the Mughal dynasty in the Indian subcontinent and become the first Mughal emperor. Zahiruddin Babur 14 फरवरी को पैदा हुए 1483 में और 26 दिसंबर 1530 में इनकी वफात हुई। इन्होंने सेंट्रल एशिया को फतह किया। उसके बाद एक सीरीज ऑफ सेटबैक्स के बाद उन्होंने अपनी मुगल डायनेसिटी के लिए सक्सेशन हासिल की। उसके बाद वो एक इंडिया का सब कॉन्टिनेंट बना, जो कि फर्स्ट एक मुगल एम्परर कहा जाता है जिसे। This is how Babur founded the Mughal dynasty and regained Fargana. Later on, Babur spread the Mughal kingdom almost all over the India's subcontinent and South Asia. He became very successful to do all these things for his powerful leadership. बाबर जो थे उन्होंने उसके बाद फरगना को भी रिगेन किया। उन्होंने अपना जो किंगडमशिप थी वो इतनी उन्होंने फैलाई कि पूरे इंडिया और साउथ एशिया में उनकी चर्चा थी और ये अपने दौर के बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल लीडर थे और उनकी लीडरशिप बहुत पावरफुल थी। नसीरुद्दीन मोहम्मद हुमायूं. He was born on March 1508, 7th March 1508 AD or died on 17 January 1556. Was the second Mughal emperor who ruled over territory in what is now Afghanistan, Pakistan, and parts of northern India from 1531 1540 and again from 1555 to 1556. Like his father Babur, he lost his kingdom early but regained it with Persian aid without traditional territory. At the time of his death in 1556, the Mughal emperor spanned almost 1 million square kilometers. Humayun succeeded his father in 1531 as ruler of the Mughal territories in India. At the age of 23, Humayun was an inexperienced ruler when he came to power. His half-brother Kamran Mirza inherited Kabul and Lahore, the more northern parts of their father's empire. After Humayun, Akbar was king. Who was Akbar? Akbar, also known as the Akbar the Great or Akbar I, was Mughal emperor from 1556 until his death. He was the third and the greatest ruler of the Mughal dynasty in India. He was born on 14th October 1542 at Umarkot, Pakistan. He died on 27th October 1605, Fatehpur Sikri. His full name was Abul Fath Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Akbar's conquest. Akbar wanted to expand his empire and bring the whole of India under his control. He fought the Rajputs in the north of India. He also defeated the ruler of Malawa, Khandawa, Chittor, Ranthambore, Gujarat, Bihar, Bengal and Mewat. Akbar as a ruler, Akbar was so kind and just ruled. He looked after his people well. He often disguised himself to check if the people were happy. Akbar was fond of music and respect poets. After Akbar Nuruddin Muhammad Salim, known by his imperial name Jahangir, was the fourth Mughal emperor who ruled from 1605 until his death in 1627. Jahangir was the eldest son of Mughal Emperor Akbar. The first year of the Jahangir's reign saw a rebellion organized by his eldest son Khusrau. The rebellion was soon put down. He conquered Bengal, Mewar, and Ahmednagar. Patron and arts and literature. Jahangir was fascinated with art, science, and architecture. He wrote his autobiography Tazuk-e-Jahangir in Turkey. The art of Mughal painting reached greater heights under Jahangir's reign. His interest in painting also served his scientific interest in nature. After Jahangir, the fifth emperor was the Shah Jahan. His full name is Shahabuddin Muhammad Shah Jahan. He was born on 5th January 1592 and died on 22 January 1666. As I told you, he is the fifth Mughal emperor of India. He is also known as the Shah Jahan. He ruled from 1628 until 1658. Born Prince Khurram, he was the son of Emperor Jahangir and his Hindu Rajput wife Taj Bibi Bilqis Milkani. While young Khurram was the favorite of his legendary grandfather, the third Mughal Emperor Akbar, he was chosen as a successor to the after the death of his father in 1627. He considered one of the greatest Mughal. His rule has been called the Golden Age and one of the most prosperous ages of Indian civilization. Like Akbar, he was eager to serve the people with very courageous way. After Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb, his full name was Abul Muzaffar Muhyiddin Muhammad Aurangzeb. He was born on 4th November 1618 and died on 3 March 1707, commonly known as Aurangzeb Alamgir, and by his imperial title Alamgir, word Caesar or Universal Caesar. He was the sixth Mughal emperor and ruled over most of the Indian subcontinent. His reign lasted for 49 years from 1658 until his death in 1707. Aurangzeb was a notable expansionist, and during his reign the Mughal Empire reached its greatest extent. He was among the wealthiest of the Mughal, ruled with an annual yearly tribute. After the ruling of so much emperors ruled by the empires or empire ruled by the emperor, the time that comes at the end, which are called as the decline of Muslim rule. The Muslim rulers, with the passage of time, started to lose their grip on state affairs. Various factors can be listed in this regard, but most significant included overindulgence into lavish livings, intra-clan and inter-clan rivalries, jealousies, conspiracies, exploitations at the hands of some powerful courtiers, especially the Hindus, who used to play an influential role in decision-making period, particularly during the reign of Akbar, who introduced a new set of beliefs known as Deen-e Flahi or Deen-e Ilahi. And this is all about the Muslim invasion in the subcontinent part 2. We have discussed the part 1 in the first semester, and with that we end up our lecture with this chapter. I hope you all understand. Thank you so much. Have a good day.